Well, I'm glad I didn't make any bets. Let me tell you, I had little positive going into a vote that would change the boundaries of Disneyland and add some much needed square footage to their park system in Southern California. I had a feeling that this was a 49% chance of happening, tipping slightly to the positive side of that equation. But I've been going back and forth. Well, the decision was made, and so that I'm not accused of burying the lead, here we are. Southern California City Council gives key approval for Disneyland expansion. So it is supposedly going to happen. But is it really? Well, we have to talk about that. But quick reminder, I do have my own merchandise brand. You can support the channel and all of the interests that support me by checking out, of course, beachpunk.us and all of the wonderful merchandise that's there. Water bottles, shoes, shirts, beach towels, beachwear, you name it. Because, hey, it's all about the beach. But as we load over here, we're going to take a look at Southern California City Council gives approval for key expansion plan. Now, there are a lot of caveats built into what Disney said they want to do and what they actually do. And if you've ever looked at the way Disney actually rolls out plans and budgets for plans, you don't actually get all of the things, or maybe even half of the things that they say they want to do. There's a number of reasons for that, and there's also a huge time frame in which to make this happen. So as we scroll into the story from AP, visitors to Disney's California parks could one day walk through a snow-covered hamlet of Arendelle from Frozen. Again, that's another lift out of another park in another location. To a critter-filled metropolis Zootopia, another lift out of another park. There's nothing original that they're talking about here. So Disney would spend $1.9 billion over the next decade to transform its 490-acre campus in densely populated Southern California. That one sentence says an awful lot. Would spend at least $1.9 billion. Yes, probably. Cost of materials and supplies and everything have gone up astronomically, so they're going to spend more than $1.9 billion. How much more? It depends. Consider this. It cost them nearly $1 billion to build out what is now Pandora in Animal Kingdom in Florida. Consider that this is oftentimes a huge price tag for just 1 to 2 attractions, and how disappointing it is when they deliver so little in so much space. Look at Galaxy's Edge in both California and Florida. Mind you, there's also some other things that have to happen along the way, because Disney would be required to spend tens of millions of dollars on street improvements, affordable housing, and infrastructure in the city. So this is also a public works program as well. This is crazy that they got unanimously approved this project at the end of an 8-hour meeting that began Tuesday. The second council vote for final approval of the plan is required in May. So while they have approval to move forward, they don't have full approval. So they have to approve the approval in May. Yeah, so Disney wouldn't expand, the plan wouldn't expand Disney's footprint in the tourism-dependent Anaheim, but it would help add rides and entertainment. Wait a minute. Part of what I was told originally by the people who were talking about this, and even the AP who reported on it, was that we were going to see a massive remake of where the Disneyland Hotel was located, where there was more area around the Pixar Hotel, et cetera, et cetera. But that's not true. Or maybe they're going to take over some parking lot space. I don't know. Maybe they have to build more parking garages. I do know this, that the downtown Disney shopping area and all of that is going to see some additional changes to what has already happened. And a significant share of public testimony to the city council focused on Disney's plans to buy a public street near the theme park and turn it into a pedestrian walkway, as well as its intention to add a crosswalk on another neighboring street. From what I'd heard, they were trying to do a pedestrian flyover bridge, but I guess maybe that plans have changed. So Scott Martindale, who lives nearby, said the crosswalk would improve safety. Well, I agree. There's some areas around there, especially on Harbor, that are quite dangerous. Ball Street as well. No change or project is perfect, but in this case, the gives, I believe, outweigh the takes. So there's somebody that's positive about it. Another neighbor, Cassandra Taylor, said she looks forward to the new rides and expansion will bring, but she's concerned Disney's plans to privatize a city street, adding she first heard the idea last month in a newspaper article, though she had attended 2 Disney informational presentations. They're really trying to sell this to the community there. So we're ready to bring the next level of immersive entertainment here to Anaheim, says Ken Potrock, president of the Disneyland Resort. Over the last 2 decades, Disney investments have included Cars Land, Pixar Pier, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and Avengers Campus. I'm going to say that outside of Cars Land, Pixar Pier was basically a remake of what was already there, so that's not a big deal. They just reskinned some things. And Avengers Campus is unimpressive and a waste of land that took away some much-needed public spaces and a very good attraction. And replaced it with a screen-based ride that will literally exhaust you. And Galaxy's Edge is really underwhelming if you've ever been there. So I'm not sure how this guy can say this with a straight face, but he did. He also had nothing to do with Cars Land. Anyway, so Disney is not committed to which stories its plans to features, given the new development, will take years. Well, yeah, it's going to take over. They're going to spread this out over a decade when costs will be vastly more expensive. And it's insane. So I don't know. So Anaheim's Orange County's most populous city and home to 350,000 people, as well as a Major League Baseball team and National Hockey League team. Hotel revenue typically makes up about half the city's revenue and is expected to climb to $236 million this year. Well, there you have it. They are moving forward. Is it a good idea? Probably not. Will they get anything that they've been shown in artist renderings? Who knows? I have very little hope that this will add very much. They don't really have a lot of land unless they're going to start using parking lots, etc., for this new expansion. And if you look at the back of Disneyland on the far north side, where are you going to go with that? Are you really going to try to shove a Pandora-like experience into what is now, I guess, the Autopia? I don't know. Maybe you're going to make a flyover bridge across the quote-unquote privatized street where you can, expand your land without guests noticing that they just walked across the massive bridge. Who knows? But I guess this is good for the city of Anaheim, at least according to the city council. And pending the final approval in May, I guess they're moving forward. I'm going to tell you $2 billion is not very much. It's a pittance compared to what they're going to spend at international parks. Whereas, well, the second largest attended theme park is Disneyland, with the first being, obviously, Florida's set of options, Magic Kingdom specifically, and all the others there. Disney does dominate in theme park attendance for now, but when Epic Universe opens down the street from Disney World, I would say they lose about 20% of their market share. That sounds like a lot, and it is, but they're not even done. They're already planning phase 2 for expansion of Epic Universe. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this latest development down below in the comments. Let me know if you think Disney will actually end up building anything. Will they add any additional desperately needed attractions? Will you get half warmed over garbage that we've been getting, like the reworks of other attractions? I think there's a decent chance you've got some empty buildings around that you could repurpose. But that's not really adding anything. It's certainly not adding square footage. It's still not going to change park attendance levels because they can only be open to what the fire code will allow. This plan needed to come with a lot more than some vague promises, and I'm kind of disappointed in the city council. But as I said, I would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments section below. And as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. Oh, and on the way out, hit that like button. Oh, and if you're not subscribed, do that too. Have a great day, everybody. See ya.